Well, regrettably for Kelly Bayer Rosmarin, the outgoing CEO of Optus, when that disastrous Optus outage occurred a week and a half ago, affecting millions of customers, the board of Optus's parent company, Singtel, was in Australia, as the CEO told the Senate committee into this in evidence on Friday. The visit of the board was one of the reasons at first she thought the outage could be the result of a cyber hack. I guess if you're going to have a technical problem occur on your watch of this size and you're criticised for not communicating properly with the public about it, you don't want your board in town. Media reports that the CEO was about to resign were put to the Optus CEO at that Senate hearing into this Optus incident on Friday, and she was evasive in her answer as to her future, if you listen closely.
There's been a media report that you intend to resign as CEO. Is it your intention to resign?
Senator, I'm sure you can appreciate my entire focus has been on restoring the outage issue.
Could I just ask you to answer that question?
And it has not been a time to be thinking about myself.
Could you address that question? Are you intending to resign?
I thought I answered the question. My focus is on the team, the customers, the community. My focus is not on myself.
So that report is not correct?
I haven't seen any reports today. I've been preparing for being here.
Talk about the old non-denial denial. Well, Bayer Rosmarin has been subject to quite a lot of media attention since the outage, including pap shots, and she copped a roasting at this hearing over the failure of her customers in being able to access 000 calls during the Optus outage.
Do you think there should be a penalty because of that? I mean, it's a pretty serious breach of the emergency services protocol.
So, Chair, I think it's too early to tell where the issue actually occurred. The 000
so you think it's somebody else's fault?
No, the 000 system is supposed to be able to pick up the traffic when we have an outage like this. So it is very important. It's very important, correct. And if someone else has an outage, we should be picking up some of the calls. That's how the system should work. So we definitely...
Surely it's Optus, I mean, you're not suggesting it's somebody else's fault?
We're absolutely accountable for the outage.
So shouldn't there then be a penalty on Optus for failing to provide critical service to 000?
Chair, as I've tried to explain, we don't run the 000 system. We participate in the 000 system.
But it's not anybody else's fault that your customers couldn't call 000. Surely it's Optus's fault. So isn't it Optus that should pay the fine or cough up the penalty?
Chair, we, like you, are extremely passionate about the fact that our customers should have been able to call 000 even if our network was down.
So why don't you take responsibility today and say you will cop a penalty?
We really want this issue to be thoroughly investigated.
All right, well, that saw the Optus boss out. The departing CEO reached out to Communications Minister Michelle Rowland before her announcement this morning, and the minister rang her back after Cabinet. The Minister, Michelle Rowland, has told Sky, quote, the government acknowledges the resignation of the Optus CEO, Ms Kelly Bayer Rosmarin. This was no doubt a difficult decision and we wish her well for her future endeavours. The Optus outage experienced earlier this month caused significant disruption to the community, particularly small business. We need to learn the lessons to ensure industry and government is as prepared as possible, given no network is fully immune. The government has announced it will conduct a post-incident review and will make further announcements about the terms of reference for that inquiry in due course. That's the Minister there, Tom.